welcome to Voice in the Alexander Technique. I'm Allison Taylor, and today we're going to be exploring freedom through the shoulder girdle and the arm structure, and noticing how freeing up this area has an effect on the breath and the voice. So to start, I just want you to imagine, if you will, as you're standing here with your eyes open or closed, that there's energy flowing up from the root of your feet, all the way up through your feet and legs, and up through the center of your torso. Almost like an opening or a light, maybe, flowing up through the center, kind of opening you up. And flowing through the throat, opening up through the mouth, and right out through the top of the head. So we have the central channel from the soles of the feet right up through the center and flowing out through the crown and beyond. And you are just a container for that energy or that upward flow of direction right up through you. And now allow that energy to flow out through the rib cage, the lungs and chest, and out through the shoulder girdle, out through the upper arms, elbows, wrists, fingertips. So before we even move, we're waking up an intention of flow through the central channel and then out through the whole shoulder and arm structure. And now that energy or that light, that yummy lengthening direction is flowing out through the pointer fingers. And it's as though you now have like rainbow energy or light flowing out the pointer fingers, and you're going to start drawing through the air with that light or that little spark of energy. So just start exploring the space around you, and like you're drawing with your pointer finger light source. Explore the space behind you, around you, explore some levels. So you're just drawing with your pointer fingers. Allow those hips, knees, and ankles to fold and unfold as you draw near you and far away from you. Feeling that flow of upward energy through the whole central channel and out the fingertips. And now switch to the middle finger. Initiate that movement from the middle finger. Explore quick movements, darting movements, leading from the middle finger, and slow, sustained movements, leading from the middle finger. And now switch to the ring finger, initiating movements, drawing through the air with your middle finger. Your ring finger. Your intention is just to draw shapes, maybe even writing your name with both ring fingers, really initiating from that ring finger. And then we're going to do the pinky finger. Leading that movement from the pinky, letting there be a lengthening through the whole underside of the arm, the whole side body, as you initiate that movement of your arms from the pinky finger. Experimenting with quick, linear, darting movements all around you, and slow, sustained movements leading from your pinky finger. Exploring different shapes, all levels, circling your body, the shapes drawn with your pinky finger. And then let that movement gently come to stillness and just take in the space around you. And notice, you may feel a little, like what you do feel in your whole body. Maybe there's a tingliness or aliveness. Anything different or new. So we're going to explore this initiation with the pinky finger a little bit and compare that to some typical sort of stretches or arm movements that we would do when we're trying to work out the kinks from a stiff neck and shoulder area. So I want you to hold your arms out to the side and then bring them back down. And again, lift the arms and coming back down. So we use this movement a lot, you know, we're doing arm circles, drawing figure eights. And often we initiate this movement from the shoulder end. We initiate the movement by contracting or constricting the top part of the arm. We lift from above. So see what it's like to sustain this shape, like a scarecrow kind of shape, lifting from that top part of the arm, almost like you're being sort of hung. So you may start to notice some activity, some activation in the muscles, through the neck, through the shoulders, even the chest, maybe even a little burny sensation. So let that go. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. And now I want you to imagine that you have a great cape and you want to display this cape, and there's a little ring attached to each pinky finger, and the corners of the cape are drawn out to the side as you lift that pinky finger out to the side. So we're initiating that movement from the underside, from the pinky fingers. So even when you find this shape, the scarecrow shape, there's tiny little micro movements that are still happening, lengthening out the pinky fingers, that geyser or that upflow of energy from the ground up through the center of you to support this shape, and letting that go. Note if there's any difference in sensation or activation, especially through this head, neck, shoulder region that we're focusing on today. Compare these two movements, lifting the arms, holding this shape from the top side, versus I'm just going to display this cape, lifting from the bottom side. Imagining that arm coming out of the back with that cape, right up the side, traveling the underside of the arm and out your pinky fingers, displaying that cape. And then go back to drawing some shapes, leading with the pinky finger, tracing that line of direction right up through the center of you, writing your name maybe with your pinky fingers. So the exploration we're making today is, what is my experience when I focus on a part? So I focus on my shoulders, or stretching in a strain, which may put me into an arch, versus what is it like if I initiate the movement from my finger ends, especially the pinky finger, the underside, as a way of lengthening my whole stature, expanding my whole stature, open-hearted. Very different from lifting the chest or purposely trying to open the heart, where we get an exaggerated curvature in the spine, versus I'm simply going to widen out, lifting from my fingertips. Compare and contrast those shapes. And I invite you to use these creative movements as you start your vocalizing practice. You can use and compare that to, I'm just going to lift my arm. I'm going to stretch. So start to use your own breath and your own voice as a barometer for what's going on in your whole self. And let me know in the comments below how you are using this gesture and this experimentation with freedom through the arm structure and shoulder girdle. And tune in for another video which gets a little bit more into the anatomy and the structure underneath this section. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. See you next time.